Hello, hello, everyone. How are you guys this evening? I hope you guys can hear me. Can you give me a thumbs up emoji if you can hear me? So I want to welcome Chris, CWL, Mike, and we have Jor in here as well. Welcome, guys. It looks like we have all guys in here today. I too was a skeleton today. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Is that because you were fatigued or were you actually a skeleton? All right. So I was trying to line somebody up for this evening. It did not work out. So instead, we're just going to do a little bit of a chat. I figure, it is Halloween night. What a perfect night for me to celebrate my favorite time of the year. Hey, Terry, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I also want to try something out. I want to see if this is going to work. Let me see if I can get it going right now. If it becomes too much, I will shut it off. So let's see what happens here. If I can get this thing going here. Give me 1 second. Welcome, everybody. All right, let's see what happens here. Is this going to work? I don't see it doing anything at the moment. Okay, hold on. Let me just skinny that up. All right, let's see here. So I dressed up as a skeleton for my nephew. Oh, that is so nice, Chris. We just had the kids pop by. It's 8:11. I think it's already died down. I think, how many kids did we have today? How many kids did we have today?
25, 30.
We had about 25, 30 kids, and it's all ended already. Mind you, it is pretty dark outside. Why isn't this, I was hoping to get this thing here going. Let's get a little bit of background music going on here. I think that's on. Just going to turn that down a tiny bit. And let's see, so...
Terry Doherty. Welcome to my stream. Terry Doherty said, I went out as a grump old bastard but no one noticed.
That is funny. That is hilarious, Terry.
Mike Gematria Nerd. Welcome to my stream. Mike Gematria Nerd said, Terry tears of joy.
All right, I see. I got to shut one thing off here. If that becomes too annoying, guys, I can turn this off, but I just thought I'd try it out and see what it would be like. Let me just... Okay, let's see how that goes.
CWL said, we don't get many trick or treaters anymore. I'm 38 and I still love candy.
Yeah, it is, you know what it is though for us? We live on our street is east-west. The majority of the kids tend to walk north and south. They don't seem to, the only time we get them is if they cut across from one street a little early and then head up the other street. So for that reason, we don't tend to get a lot of kids. And we take count every year just to make sure, you know,
Mike
is it going up?
Gematria
Is it going down?
said, I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, yippee yippee yay.
Mike, you're gonna make me laugh. You're gonna make me split my my little mouth thing going on here. Oh my gosh. So how is everybody doing
Mike
this evening?
Gematria Nerd said, ha 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 ha.
So do you guys like the voice to chat? If you don't, I'll shut it off. But I thought it would be kind of cool having somebody else read off your comments.
Mike Gematria Nerd said, I wanted to hear the computer read that.
And is it a plus or is it a negative?
CWL said, I live in the country. Most kids around here are too cool for trick or treating.
But I'm sure the little guys still walk around and trick or treat, do they not?
Mike Gematria Nerd said, it's good for now. Slightly smiling face.
Okay.
CWL said, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Good,
Terry
good,
Doherty
good.
said, it's all good.
Lovely. I like the fact that you guys are enjoying that. It kind of makes the conversation heard somewhat right away. At least for me, it's right away. For you guys, it's probably a bit of a delay. Let me just check one thing on here, though, because it is... let's see here. Let's change the personality voice and just have auto switch. No, let's just see how this works now.
Mike Gematria Nerd says that my computer voice sounds British. Anyone have any grey poupon?
It is, that is what I chose, is British, although I thought I had female instead of male, but it seems to be coming up male. But in any case, coupon, no, I don't have any great coupons for anybody.
CWL said the little kids around here, parents won't let them eat candy. Fun haters.
Oh, really? Well, as long as they're packaged properly, like, you know, in wrappers and stuff. I remember years ago going trick-or-treating and people used to give you popcorn in a bag, or they'd give you apple, what is it? Apple candy. Worst thing, because, you know, way back when you used to hear stories about people putting razor blades in those things. So I think that's where parents get a little bit worried about their kids grabbing stuff from people they don't know. However, if it's a commercial type candy, it should be fine.
Terry Doherty said popcorn balls.
I don't remember popcorn balls. I remember popcorns in a bag, but popcorn balls. I'm going to have to look that up. Was there anything like special to... Oh, wow, look at that. That looks very tasty. Light corn syrup, food coloring, butter, popped popcorn, and vanilla. Wow, I've never seen that before. East Coast thing. That is
Terry
interesting.
Doherty said East Coast thing. CWL said homemade candy is the best candy. I have never found any pigeon in my candy. Popcorn balls are awesome.
Yeah, I guess I got to try that out. Homemade popcorn balls, and I guess you can use whatever spices you want. Have it, nicely flavored. That's awesome.
CWL said you can buy popcorn balls online.
Oh, I didn't know that either, but I see the recipe here. I just looked it up. It doesn't seem like it's that hard to physically make, so. But yeah, I mean, for our area here, it's pretty dead. If you lived on one of the main streets that ran north and south, you'd be getting tons of kids. It's always been like that, though, in this neighborhood. For as long as I've lived here, we wouldn't get that many kids. It's just because there's only, what is it, 5 houses? I think 5 houses on the east-west roads. And the others, the block's longer going north and south, so more homes.
Terry Doherty said you have to put butter on your hands.
Why? Why do you have to put
Terry
butter?
Doherty said very sticky.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess it would be a very sticky affair. So as I started to say, I tried to get Timber Giant Bigfoot. I did contact him. He responded, but to the wrong email. Because we were chatting about something, and I had sent him on two different videos. I had sent him, one was the request, and the other one we were just chatting about something, and I responded to that. However, it would be really cool to have him join us. But who was it the other day that just mentioned?
CWL said my nephew let me trick or treat him. My mama made us all cookies and a baggie of candy.
Nice.
Mike Gematria Nerd said, before I used to read chat texts, I was a fill-in for the spy who shagged me baby.
You guys are funny. I like the tag Mike German, another nerd. That's pretty funny. Okay, that's odd. How come I don't see that one there? Oh, let me see. Okay, maybe not. That's odd. Okay. And let me get rid of that. Still making sure everything here is running smoothly. Let's get rid of this. Okay, and am I on the latest? Oh, there it is. Okay, that's the problem. Human error.
Terry Doherty said, tell us a ghost story.
Okay, I've got a couple real life things that I could share with you. I do have a couple of really unusual events that has happened to me personally. I was going to write them down and tell them in, one of my uploads. And I might still do that. But let me see. Which one should I start off with? I'm trying to remember the year that this would have happened. But my cousin had come to visit us one time from Aruba. And we used to live in Toronto in a cul-de-sac. And that year we had a really, really high volume of skunks in the area, and she has never seen a skunk. So being from Aruba, they don't have skunks on the island. So she was up with her husband and her 2 children, and her kids were playing with my nieces and nephew, and we were sitting on the front patio, and it was summer, and it was around 9ish, so the sun was starting to set. And it would have been a perfect time because that's usually when they come out. As soon as it starts to get dark, the skunks are out and about. So the street lights come on, and we're sitting there chit-chatting, and I'm sitting on the stair part of this porch. The porch wasn't very large. It held pretty much two chairs, two like fold-out chairs. And the way it's situated is, if you were to walk up the stairs, you come to a landing, and the door would be to your left. So as soon as you come up the stairs, you're on this landing, you turn, the door's there. I was sitting on the stairs, and so was my cousin. She was sitting opposite me. So she was actually facing the door. And my sister was sitting in a chair facing the both of us, looking down the stairs. Now, just let me set the stage a little bit more. They have a front screen door before you open up the door to the house. And the door to the house was closed, and the screen door was closed. As you know, screen doors, none of them are silent. When you open it up, because they're on that hydraulic pump thing, you always hear the chain, or you hear a squeak, or you hear something. Anyway, so we're sitting there having a conversation, and lo and behold, the first skunk comes by, and the kids are all, hey, pointing and stuff, and we're chit-chatting. And at that moment, as we're sitting there, I felt a tap on my shoulder, and all the hairs went up on the back of my neck, every single one of them. And it must have shown on my face because both my cousin and my sister said to me, "What's wrong?" And the first thing I said to my sister was, "Did Gary, who was her husband at the time, open up the door just now?" And I would have heard it. I would have heard not only the front door open, because when you open it up, you get a suction, and the screen door will slam a little bit. So you hear it. As soon as you open up the front door, you hear the fact that the door is being opened. And the screen door, if you were to open that, it opens outwards. So it kind of I would have seen it open for somebody to put their hand out and tap me. I didn't see any of that. And I'm sitting with my back against a wall on the stairs. The door would be right here to my left. Cousins across from me, facing me, and my sister's sort of facing the both of us, and she has a good view of the door and the staircase going down. And so I said to them, "I just got tapped on the shoulder." And they're looking at me going, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." It was like so bizarre. It was a definite tap. Now, to set the stage, the house my sister lived in is haunted. She has seen entities around her house. I have never experienced anything other than like 2 separate occasions. But you don't feel any unease in the house. Everything feels normal. It feels just like a house. There was no prior to the tapping, there wasn't any buildup of, oh, okay, something feels off or anything like that. It was just a tap. But my body reacted because I knew nobody opened up the door. And because I would have seen it, number one, I would have heard it, number two. And just the reaction in my face told them that I reacted, and it told me that I did have a reaction, like a facial reaction, because both my sister and my cousin commented on it. But going back to my sister's house, all the homes were built roughly in the 70s. And that area used to be a farmland. And they had converted that section into a little complex. And that one, the house was situated sort of on a cul-de-sac, but it was a double cul-de-sac. So you drive in and it opens up into this oblong type cul-de-sac. It's round on one end, round on the other, and a little bit of a street in between. I haven't seen many cul-de-sacs like that. Normally you just drive in and it's a circular affair and you drive out. In any case, I used to live with my sister for, I would say, about 6 months, because I was in between accommodations. And so I was looking for a place. I stayed with her for 6 months, and I used to see this apparition.
Rosa Vargas.
Hey,
said,
Rosa Vargas.
Happy Halloween, Cryptid family, Jack-o'-lantern.
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyways, I used to, like I said, I lived there for roughly 6 months, and we had a schedule, right? Because everybody had to share the bathrooms. There was only one main full bathrooms and then 2 half bathrooms. So what we would do is, my brother-in-law used to wake up first.
Scissor.
Yeah, peace sign. My brother-in-law used to wake up first because he had to leave the house first. And then my sister woke up, and then I woke up. And then once my sister was done, she would go downstairs and she would blow dry her hair in the basement. And I would blow dry my hair in the room.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Mike from Manitoba. Nice to meet you. We have a bunch of mics. That's 2 mics now. So in any case, one of my obviously chores, or not chores, but routines I used to do every morning is blow dry my hair and curl it. And there used to be I shouldn't say, well, prior, you don't see these type of wardrobes anymore, but I used to have a dresser set up with a huge mirror on top of it. So I would be able to pull up my stool, sit right there, blow dry my hair, and curl it. Well, the first time I saw this thing, I thought it was my sister, because again, my sister's room, if I was facing the mirror, all I see is a hallway and then the landing of the stairs going down the stairs. I don't see the bathroom area, because there's a hallway, then there's the bathroom, and then at the end of that hallway is my sister's room. And so I couldn't see, all I saw was a window, which was at the landing, and then the stairs going down. So I'd be sitting there blow drying and curling my hair. And this would only happen in the mornings when I'm doing this routine. The first time I saw it, I thought it was my sister. So I'm sitting there blow drying, and I see this pail. Everything was one color. It was a female, and I would say she was in her teens. She wasn't very old. And it looked like she was wearing a white nightgown. And she came from my sister's room, from that direction.
Blount said, howdy y'all, waving hand, light skin tone.
Hello, hello, Keith. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyways, she would appear from my sister's room, walk down the stairs, and as she walked across onto the in front of the door and head down the stairs, I would see her. But the moment I turned around, there would be nothing there. No sound, nothing. I would just see her once I'm facing the mirror. So the first time I thought, okay, it's my sister. I didn't really think much of it. Kept on curling my hair. The second time it happened, I turned around right away. And as soon as I turned around, I didn't see anything. I saw absolutely nothing. So I got up and I went downstairs, and I said to my sister, and I realized she was in the basement. So I was on the second floor up, and there's a middle floor and a basement. So I went all the way down to the basement, and she was there, and she was just starting to blow dry her hair. So I asked her, did you just come down the stairs? And she says, no, I just finished having breakfast, and now I'm about to blow dry my hair. I said, oh, okay. And I didn't say anything else. And I think it was probably the 3rd or 4th time I finally said to her, Sandra, I think you have a ghost in your house. And she says, oh, no, I do. And I said, what? She says, yeah, there's a couple of them. She says there's an older woman and a younger entity. She couldn't tell whether it was a male or a female. And she said it so nonchalant, Oh, yeah, I do. In any case, that is, I think, the only 2 times I have seen something that I can't explain, um, that I would say is a ghost. Once I had the tapping on the shoulders, and the other time was me blow drying my hair in my sister's house and
Mike in
seeing
Manitoba said,
the hair dry.
nice of her to let you know.
Exactly, exactly. But this is the thing with my sister. My sister then, she got divorced from her husband, and then she ended up moving up to Georgetown, Ontario. Believe it or not, the house that she's living in, there's also ghosts there. And it's funny because apparently just about all the homes up there, if you're talking to your neighbors, they all have something going on, every single one of them. And so her thing was how it was told to us was it was the first time they witnessed it anyways. They bought the house, I believe, in 2002. 2002? Yeah, 2002. And they had totally renovated it, etc. It's an old A-frame house. Very, what's the term? Craftsman type house. And so their room is upstairs. And it was a really, really warm, hot summer night, and my sis was sleeping in the buff. And so she was sleeping above the blankets in the buff. And her husband wakes up and sees these 2 dudes standing at the edge of the bed, at the foot of the bed, I should say. And they're staring at her, and they're looking at each other, and they're giggling. And so one of them he described as an older gentleman. He said it looked like it was a father and a son. And they had period clothing on. So it wasn't like they had, he said period. So I'm not sure if it was like, I don't know, farmish type clothing or what type of clothing. But he would see both of them. My sister only sees the young guy. She has never seen the older man. But again, I go up to their place and I feel absolutely nothing whatsoever. It just feels normal, it doesn't feel like like my place. So I don't know, they're not harmful. They don't slam doors or do anything weird like that. They're not negative energy, I guess, is the thing. But apparently you talk to anybody up there in that small town and they all have the same issue. Every single one of the older homes tend to be haunted. But I think my sister is a little bit of a, what's the term? I think Bomber kind of hit on it the last time we were talking. She seems to be attracted, or they're attracted to her, because she's had a whole lot of experiences throughout her life. And I like what she, from what she explains to me, the things that she has witnessed, I'm just happy that it's happening to her and not me. I don't know how she can be so calm about it, but I guess if it's something that you've lived with all your life, because it started with her when she was a teenager, like she was really young, and younger than a teenager actually, because we were still living in Aruba. And so she probably, I think she said, was 9-ish when it started happening to her. And so it's just, I don't know. Some people, I guess, are just attracted to these things. It's like somebody who sees a cryptid of some sorts, like a let's say a Sasquatch. They tend to see them more often than other folks do. So I don't know. It's like you're a magnet and you get attracted to these things. Like Mike, you've had some really unusual. Not you, Mike in Manitoba, or Mike, Mike the nerd. Not you, but I mean CWL. He's had some interesting occurrences, whether it is entity type.
Terry Doherty said, when I was around 8 I watched a ghost float through my bedroom and float through a closed door. I was frozen, it scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I would be too, especially when you're young like that and you don't know what's going on. It would be a frightening experience. But here's actually another little story, but this isn't a ghost story. This is just a weird thing that used to happen when we used to live in Aruba. My dad used to work graveyard shift. He worked for the oil refinery. And so he would, he'd be gone by 11:30 to start his midnight shift, and then he'd come home early in the morning. Well, we had back then what used to be called peeping toms. I don't know if this is something that happened in America or in Canada, but in Aruba, it used to happen a lot. Peeping toms were generally, I would say, perverted men, right? Think about it. What they would do is they would know if your husband was not home, and then they would basically come and peep on you and your family, but mainly the wife, right? So one night, my dad was sick and he stayed home. So instead of him having to go to work, he decided to go outside and sit in the front veranda. Now, all of the homes in Aruba are all fenced in, and they're all either cemented, like cement blocks. And then in the front, you would have either open cement blocks, or you would have like a wrought iron fence type thing. And the walls were always very high. And ours used to have, in the front of our property, my mom used to have, she loved roses. So she had two huge cemented rectangular areas. And inside of that, on both sides of the walkway, would be roses, all different kinds of roses. She loved her roses. Anyways, my dad's in the veranda and he's sitting in such a manner that you can't see him because he's in the shadow. And he used to chew tobacco stuff. So he had his bucket with him. And all of the homes, at least our house at the time, and a lot of the homes at the time used to have the slatted glass windows, the ones that you would pull a handle and open it up like a lever, but it would be glass. It wouldn't be wooden. And so, you can close them and lock them and all of that. But he's sitting in the front, and this dude, this dude comes and he starts to do this dance thing in the front of the house. Now, I'm guessing he's thinking nobody's the husband isn't home type deal. So he can jump the yard, go around to the back, and start peeping. And so he jumps in, and my dad's sitting there. And the thing is, he had just spit into his bucket. So this dude froze. And my dad looks up and he sees this guy standing there. And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And the guy cleared the fence and he took off. Another time, they're in the backyard and they're trying to look in the slatted windows, looking into my parents' bedroom. And my dad happened to go to the window. I don't know how they didn't see each other. He went to the window to open it because he wanted to spit out the window. And there is this guy standing literally like that far apart from each other. And my dad screamed because he wasn't expecting it. And the guy screamed and took off. Now, all the homes in Aruba would have dogs. How our dogs never started barking, but they would always be on a leash. Why they wouldn't bark is beside me. So my thoughts are they must have known who the guy is. Like you know what I mean? Like it must have been a neighbor or something that they knew who it was.
JDO said, "Any ideas why BF seems to be attracted to nuclear power plants and military installations?"
That is a very good question. Do I know? I have absolutely no idea. I don't know. That is no idea. What are your thoughts on that? Or better yet, what are other folks' thoughts on that in here? I mean, why would you go to a base where you have guys with guns. It doesn't make any sense. What do they have on this base that a Bigfoot would wanna be there for? Or you know what I mean? Nuclear power plants, like, I don't know. I don't.
JDO said, how can there be only 8 people watching?
How can there be watching? Oh, you mean the stream? You know, that's just the way it goes. I'm a small channel, so you're not going to get a ton. Let me, is it only 8? Let me take a look. I have to open up a different window for me to see that. But yeah, hey, this is a small channel. And this is only my, what, 3rd stream? I think this is my 3rd stream. So I'm not that well known. And I know of some people who don't like streams. Who was it that said, oh, Bender. Bender's not big into watching live streams. So yeah, I think the last time I only had, I think, 10 folks on, and we had a really cool conversation.
Said, there were a lot more people here last time. Don't get discouraged.
Oh, no,
Terry
I'm not discouraged.
Said, we're a good-looking 8.
Exactly. JDO, is this the first time that you've chatted? Because your name is not popping up.
Gematria Nerd said, full score.
Thank you, Mike. Oh, and JDO, where are you from? I know, let me see if I can remember this, guys. I might mess this up, but we have a Rosa who, okay, wait. Let me start off with the ones that I know. Process of elimination. CWL is from Oklahoma. Mike, I'm not sure where you're from. The first time I'm seeing your name in here. George Skinner is from Texas. I think George Skinner is from Texas. And
Mike Gematria Nerd said, Upper Peninsula, Michigan. JDO said, I was at the first chat you did where you were talking to some people that were out squatching somewhere. In Illinois. George Skinner.
Cool,
said,
okay.
Yes, Texas.
Yeah. Okay, so I got one right. Mike, so you're from Peninsula, Michigan. You're not that far. You're sort of right beside Ontario. We have, Terry, you're from out east. You're from, New England. New England?
William Old School Arendt.
Or Oshawa.
Said, Louisiana.
William, way to go. Oh, William. Okay, so newbie, another Louisiana. There we go. Who else do I know in here? Keith is from Florida.
Said, Oshawa.
Oshawa. Okay, it is Oshawa. I did say Oshawa second. So if you're... Oh, West Virginia.
Fox
we have a West
said,
Virginia in the house.
Gary Fox, West Virginia here. CWL said, Southeast Oklahoma. Mike in Manitoba said, I'm near Riding Mountain National Park.
Okay, but Mike in Manitoba, I think that's pretty obvious. Gary Fox. So now I know where Gary is from. And I never knew what the G stood for. So thank you, Gary, for spelling that out. So JDO, thank you for coming back to another stream. That's very, very nice. And Mike, I'm sorry, but I don't remember you previously. This is the first time that I think I've seen your name. Unless you've magically changed your name like CWL did. But yeah. Going back to weird experiences. I don't know how to even begin with this one. My car broke down. And for me to get to work...
JDO said, any thoughts on the UFO orb and BF connection? G. Fox said, did you try to get in touch with Scott Carpenter for a podcast?
Not yet, but I
William
will.
Old School Aren't
Yes,
said,
I will definitely
what
try.
do you think about mini teepees in an area with 8-foot tree breaks and other activities?
Okay, let me answer the first one first. So JDO, any thoughts on UFO orbs, Bigfoot connection? In the past, I would have said probably not. And the reason I say in the past is I never thought they were connected before, but I think more and more now, I think they are connected somehow. How? I don't know. But I do think there is a connection with the orbs, with UFOs, and with Sasquatch. There's something there. Why do I think that? I think there's too many people who are having encounters when they're actually seeing an orb or a UFO prior to or after or during.
CWL said, have you ever tried to get into an army base or a nuclear power plant? They're heavily guarded. That's where I would hid if I could.
Yeah, no, I have never tried to do that. We have a few in further north. We have camp, what's that called again? We have two. Borden? I think it's Borden, which is a little bit northeast of us. And then there's another one east of us. But no, I would have no reason to. We have a nuclear power plant too in not Oshawa, but just before Oshawa. It's east of me. I know that much. Oh yeah, there's Petawawa too. You're right. But no, I don't know why anybody would want to try and break into a nuclear plant.
Petawa.
That's right. G. Fox, yes. I think you were the one that suggested Scott Carpenter for a podcast. I will definitely try and contact him. I do want to try and get a hold of Timber Giant, though. I think it would be cool to have him on since, you know, he is from Ontario.
Said Darlington.
There you go. Darlington, okay.
JDO said 001, 1 hour 1 minute and 14 seconds missing 411. David Paulides has a new documentary on BF and UFO connection releasing in December this year.
Yes.
G. Fox said, or Dixie Cryptid.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool to have him on as well. But yeah, it's all a matter of connecting up with people. If they have an email address, it's a lot easier. But I know for sure, because I've been trying to get a hold of, his first name just left me. But the guy from Timber Giant, can't think of his first name right now. It's not Chris. It's, I can't think of it right now. In any case, he doesn't seem to have an email. If you want to contact him, you have to contact him via one of his videos he puts up. But yeah, I think most of these other guys have an email. Mike, thank you. That's his name. Thank you, Keith.
Keith Blount said, Mike.
Mike? Is it Mike? We're missing a couple of the regulars. Hold on, I'm just going to check something out here. While we're... Oh, what did you guys think of the shorts? I'm trying to put a couple out.
Terry Doherty said, was wrong, it's in Pickering.
Petawa is in Pickering? Just give me 1 second. Let me look up. Let me look this guy up for a second. Oh yeah, I started to tell you guys about the other weird incident that happened to me. This was more on the bizarre.
Terry Doherty said, power plant.
Oh, the power plant. Hold on 1 second, guys. He doesn't have his name in here, but I know his name. I just can't think of it. Jim. Jim is the guy from Timber Giant Bigfoot. But yeah, it would. Oh my God! I just rubbed my nose.
Said, I like shorts. My attention span is not what it used to be. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I think I just rubbed off half my nose. I keep on forgetting that I do have stuff on my face, so every time I touch it, I'm going to be rubbing everything off. Where was I? Yes, strange incident. So I used to work roughly, I would say, by car, it would be like 30 to 40-minute drive from where I'm located right now. And if I were to take the transit system, or what we call the TTC, which stands for Toronto Transit System, it would take me about an hour to an hour and a half to get up there because a lot of it would be by bus. So anyways, my car broke down, and so I had to go to work via the bus just for the one day, thank God. But in any case, on the way home, and you got to remember, do you guys remember the days of the disc players and the big cassette radio sort of Walkmans? Remember the Walkmans, everybody? Well, I had a set of Walkmans. Hold on, let's just listen to this one here first.
Said, best tip I heard from Scott Carpenter is if you want to reduce chances of BF while camping is to surround your campsite with trail cams, each one looking at the next. JDO said, boom boxes.
Yeah, boom boxes was the big radios. I'm talking about the I just said it and then left me. The little tiny ones. Oh my God. Anyways, I had it attached to a headset, like a normal headset, and I was wearing my glasses. I got on the TTC, and I was sitting in a seat that had a single file, like a single chair. And so where I was sitting, there was probably about four single seats, and then right there are the Walkmans. Thank you. Right there are the stairs to go out of the bus. So it's kind of like I was sitting in the middle of the bus. And then
JDO said, Walkman.
That's right, Walkman. And then behind me would be, the seat, and in the very back would have a bench seat, and in front of me would have the rows of seats. I think it was like two people can sit on either side. So I'm sitting there listening to my music, and back then I used to be very big into Enigma and Deep Forest and a lot of these sort of house type sort of relaxing music. I don't know how to describe it, but it, that sort of feel, right? And so I'm listening to this stuff, have my sunglasses on because it was summer, and I get on the bus, I sit in my chair, and I would say about 2 minutes into the ride, I felt very strange. I felt like somebody was watching me, and I'm thinking, who the heck, like, why am I getting this weird feeling of somebody watching me? So I looked over my shoulder, and I see absolutely nobody watching me. People are doing their thing, and I look straight in front of me, and everybody's facing forward. And so I looked out the window, kept on listening to my music. And then again, I get the sensation of somebody watching me. So I look straight in front of me. And don't forget, guys, I have my glasses on, so nobody can see what I'm looking at or who I'm looking at or anything like that. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking forward, and I see this older man, and I can see the back of his head, and his head is kind of tilted to the side. Like it's kind of on an angle like that. And I'm thinking, okay, it's kind of weird. I look away and I'm looking out the window as the bus is driving. And again, I keep on getting this really strange urge. It's like a really strange feeling, a sensation of being watched. And so I look up again, and there is this old man. Head is sideways, but you can kind of see his eye. It was really, really weird. I don't know how to describe it. His head was tilted, but it almost looked like he was looking at me. Like he was the one looking at me. And so if I just, like I sat there frozen and I'm looking at him. Now he can't see that I'm looking at him because for all he knows, I'm just looking forward, or I could be looking down with my head straight because I've got my music on and my sunglasses on. And so for the whole time, I'm just sitting straight now and I'm watching him, and he keeps on looking away, and then he turns again, and then he looks away, and then he turns again. Every time he turns, I can see the side of his eye, and it looks like it's like looking back. I don't know how to describe it, guys, but that's the feeling I got. And so he eventually gets up, and I'm thinking, oh my God, don't come and don't come out where I'm sitting. I wanted him to go out the front because he's already at the front, because I didn't want to have him go by me. It just felt really weird. So I'm sitting in my seat, and he gets up and he walks to the front. And as the bus is coming to the stop where he's getting off, he turns and he looks right
JDO
at me.
said, I am sure he was thinking, wow, that one good-looking woman. Too bad I'm not 50 years younger. Slightly smiling face.
No, it wasn't that kind of a look. It was such a creepy look. He looks right at me, and I didn't move. I didn't hesitate. I didn't do anything. I just continued to look the way I was looking. So he can't see my eyes. There is no way he can see my eyes. Yet it felt like we locked eyes.
Mike
it was
in Manitoba
so weird.
Said, sounds like Winnipeg transit tongue out.
So anyways, he gets off. He gets off the bus, and instead of him going right or going left to wherever he was going, he just stood there. He stood, looked at the bus, and watched me from outside as the bus was driving away. It was so creepy. It was the creepiest, weirdest thing I have ever experienced. Thank God I've never seen the guy again, because my car was fixed and never had to take the transit again, getting all the way up to work. I just drove home. But it's like, oh my God, like that is really creepy. Like, have you guys ever had that kind of a weird feeling? I don't mean like when you're in the woods. That's a totally different thing, but just in amongst people. Now, I know CWL, you're going to say yes because you don't like being in big crowds. But I mean, I don't know. It was just so weird. It's the weirdest thing. Absolutely weirdest thing. You know, strange things can happen anywhere you are. No, that's not my nature. But then he would have known I was looking at him if I did that, right?
Fox said, should have flipped him off, rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, no, that's not who I am. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, let's get to some, I guess, some more cryptid stuff. Let's do a poll. Can I do a poll? Let's do a poll. It's gonna pop up for you guys in just a second. Hold on a second. The poll is, do you think okay, you guys ready? Did it pop up for you? Where's the create? All right, here it comes. It's popping up right now. What do you guys think? You can start voting. Do you see it? 67% says yes. Okay, that's pretty strong. So 80% says yes. Okay, we'll let the poll continue for a little tiny bit more. How many do we have in here now? I got to open up a different window to see that.
G. Fox said, definitely.
Okay, so here's another question for you guys. So let's end that poll. 83%. 17 said no. Okay, so here we go. Here's the next one for you guys.
G. Fox said, they can be killed.
Hold on. Wait, wrong question. Wait a minute. Let's do this. So I'm going to use the word alien, but that does not necessarily mean alien, but anything other than, you'll see in a second, anything other than human DNA. So do you think Sasquatch is part human DNA and alien? Yes or no? And again, I don't mean alien as necessarily extraterrestrial. I just mean, for those that voted no, what is throwing rocks, trees, if they're not physical? Woo, wait, what happened there? We went 80 and then down to, okay, so 67%. We have 6 voters, so somebody didn't vote.
JDO said, alien means not defined at this time.
Yeah, exactly. Alien is not defined at this time. You're absolutely correct. I just mean alien other than meaning not human. I don't mean like alien as in extraterrestrial.
G. Fox said, a hybrid of human and Nephilim.
All right. So we got a pretty good sense here. Now, everyone, 71%. I ended that one. Hybrid of human and Neph. Okay, let's do another poll and then we'll carry on with something else.
JDO said, if not physical, who is throwing all those rocks?
Very true. Very true. But some people would then argue and say, how can apparitions move things and slam things? I'm just saying, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to look at both sides.
Terry Doherty said, I think they are the missing link.
Very true, that too. 100%. Wow. Wow.
Mike
Okay.
Gematria Nerd said, I think they are physical.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
But
here
they go through portals.
Yes.
Fox
There's the portal
said,
thing.
The DNA is human female and something unknown to our DNA banks.
Yeah, I've read the exact same thing that you're listening to. That you just read out there. That's exact same thing that I've heard as well. So how many of you believe in the dog man? 75%. 25 is no. This one, I don't know. The reason I don't know about the dog man is I find
JDO
very hard.
said, only reason I said yes to Dogman is that people do lie, but not all people are liars. I hope they're wrong. It scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, no, the reason I say I would say no to this one, but I'm not taking part of the poll. And the reason is you don't hear, out of all the cryptids that you hear about, it's Sasquatch, right? Or it's let's see, what else have we heard about other than it's Sasquatch, really. That's the number one. Dogman, it is so hard finding a Dogman story. And then the other thing that you hear about are the Wendigos or the...
said, Scott Carpenter has seen the DNA tests. And he has seen a dogma's face-to-face.
Yeah, I've seen his stuff where he shows the Dogman type faces. I just don't know. That one, to me personally, and I'm not saying it doesn't exist, I'm just saying to me, I just find that one a little bit harder to find more stories on. That's not to say they don't exist because I can't find the stories, but...
Mike in Manitoba said, I've seen Bigfoot come to the native drums. Sometimes I've heard worse respond to a hog whistle. CWL said, I voted no on the Dogman.
Yeah, I could see that, Chris. So, Mike from Manitoba, I'd love to hear your stories. You should write it into me.
He shows one in a tree looking right straight him 10 feet away.
Yeah, it'll be great to get him on to talk more about that. I think I've had two Dogman stories, I believe, on the channel.
Mike in Manitoba said, Men dog whistle. JDO said, if you voted no to Dogman, why? I am curious why BF is real, but Dogman is a bridge too far to believe.
I didn't say it was too far to believe. I'm saying that I don't find a lot of evidence of Dogman. When I'm doing research to find stories on anything, what comes up the most is Sasquatch, 100%. The second thing that comes up is not Wendigos, the other one. What's it called?
JDO said, I did not mean the host. I meant the people listening here tonight.
That's the thing though, JDO. Not a lot of people are going to believe in the same things, whether it's the host or whether it's people in the stream. And that's the beauty of it. Yeah, Skinwalker. Thank you, Keith. That was the word I was looking for.
Rake. Keith Blount.
Rake is...
Skinwalker. Mike in Manitoba said, Gugway.
You know what? I think I've had more Rake and Skinwalker type stories than I've had Dogman stories. I think I've only had 1 or 2 Dogman. The rest have been Sasquatch, Skinwalkers. I think I've had 2 Rakes as well. Gugway, is that another way of saying Sasquatch? Or what is Gugway?
Gugway. Fox said, I was gonna say Gugway.
I need water. I need my son to go grab me some water. Yeah, Gugway. Is Gugway... oh, you know what the other really interesting thing is I've heard a lot of when it comes to historical Indian stories are the little people. The only other person I ever hear talking about the little people is
G. Fox said, a variety of Bigfoot. Mike in Manitoba said, it's a Bigfoot with attitude lol. Keith Blount said, it's a type of Bigfoot. Jaw Skinner said, it's a type of Bigfoot.
Gotcha.
JDO said, from the internet, the Gugwe is a Bigfoot creature that is said to have a canine-like snout. Gugwe reports have been since the 1900s. Terry Doherty said, runway face eater.
Gugwe. Maybe I should just Google Gugwe when I'm doing my stories to see what comes up. But you said it has a dog-type face, so would that be considered a dog man and not necessarily a Bigfoot?
Fox said, it is a man-eater.
Are you gonna sing? Are you gonna break out in song, Gary? You know, man-eater. Where were we going? So we were talking about, Dogman. The little people. Yeah, so that's a lot. I've been hearing a lot about little people looking at older historical North American Indian.
Said, lol.
Stories. But that's one thing you don't hear a lot of people talking about is the little people.
Comes, shush is a man-eater.
Exactly. ... There you go. There you go. You guys are breaking out in song. But yeah, dog whistle. It'd be cool to have Scott Carpenter on. He's a very he seems very chill and relaxed when he talks. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can set up. It'd be nice to interview more people. The other thing, though, is I'd really like to interview Mike again from Ontario, Sasquatch, or Sasquatch, Ontario.
Terry Doherty said, Pugwedgie.
You guys are throwing out all these names I have not heard before.
JDO said, little people subject fascinates me.
I think I've had one little people story. Yeah, only one. And it was this year. It was the guy that went he went camping. Was it camping? I think he went camping, and next thing he knows, his sister, his mother, or somebody's calling him. I can't remember the whole thing now. It's been a while, but it's hard to remember every single story that you've told. But I try. Yeah, I'd really like to look into the little people a little bit more. But Colorado Bigfoot talks. He talks a lot about the little people, and he tries to show you evidence of what they've sort of done. I mean, the closest thing I remember reading once to the little people, other than I've heard Native American stories, which I'd like to dig into a little bit more and see their spin on it, is
JDO said, have you had any ghost type experiences yourself?
Yeah, I did. I said them earlier on the stream. Yeah, but my sister has way more. I think she's more sort of attracted, or they're attracted to her. She's had a lot of unusual things happen to her. Me, not so much. I've had two, and that weird dude on the bus. Now, when it comes to the big hairy guy, I've had, I would say, it was a little pebble thrown at us. I've multiple times I've seen a track, and for whatever reason, on multiple times I've never taken a picture, and I had a camera. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, and then once you leave, it's like, why didn't I take a picture? I should have taken a picture. It's really strange. I don't know. It's weird, but I do a lot of hikes. I haven't done as many during COVID, but I'd like to start hiking again. I know you'll see on, I think I tried to do a short, but it ended up being a little video instead of a short. Or did I post it on my social media of the,
G. Fox said, I would rather fight a Bigfoot than F with a demon.
yeah, I wouldn't want to fight anyone
JDO
to be
said,
honest.
What do you think they are? Ghosts, that is, dead relatives, evil spirits, people that were lost in life that have since passed.
I think they're all of the above. So I think some of them are people who just haven't crossed over, so to speak. Especially the story that I told this past weekend, yesterday. That one for sure is a trapped entity. When I say trapped entity, they're playing the same thing over and over again. It's like watching it's like somebody playing a video reel and they rewind it and you see the same, or looking at a shorts. It's the same thing. The entity comes down from the stairs. The entity then, can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me some water?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk.
Okay. The entity then walks along and into the kitchen. It's the same shot. It's the same thing with the one I saw with the young girl behind me. She would always come out from my sister's room and then walk down the stairs. That's all I ever saw of her. It's the same pattern
JDO
over and
said,
over.
Do you think the past relatives will or can stop the evil ones from bothering you?
I don't know. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Can they? Maybe. Thank you. No idea, really. But I do believe that there are also evil spirits. Where the evil entity comes from, I don't know. Because you do see a lot of people who do experience horrible stuff, like being locked out of your house. Who was that one again? That wasn't CW. That was in CWL. That was somebody else. Was that you, Jor? Trying to remember if it was you or not. But where does the evil come from? I have no idea. But I do believe that it's all three of them, basically. Now, somebody asked a question earlier about sticks. Who was it? Somebody asked about seeing, what do I think about, not the portal question. Somebody asked me about sticks before. Who was it? Stick structures and something else you said. Oh, there it is. I found it. So William Old School Arndt wrote, what do you think about mini teepees in areas with
Terry
8-foot tree
Doherty
breaks and
said,
other activities?
My past relatives are the evil ones. Typing without my glasses.
You're funny. You are funny. What do I think about them? I do see them on hikes. I remember the first year I did a hike, it was the beginning of COVID, where I went out with Karen and Karen, right? Karen and her husband Greg. Anyways, they were the first subscribers that I've hiked with, and I took them to the spot that I had my incident happen. And the whole walk, the whole hike, all you see are tree breaks that are 8, 10, 12 feet up. And the trees must be, I don't know, They're pretty thick. So it's not
JDO
just anybody
said,
breaking
any
them.
thoughts on meaning of BF and stacking rocks in a pattern or put sticks in a pattern on the ground?
I don't know. Are they playing a game? Are they amusing themselves? Are they being artistic? I don't know. You're asking me questions I cannot answer, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about stuff like that. Is it a way that they communicate to each other? Is it a way that they keep each other busy? I don't know. That's or is it a way of telling somebody they were there? You know, it could be a number of things. The only way we're going to know this is if a Bigfoot or Sasquatch actually tells us. That's the only way we're going to know.
G. Fox said, little people you can review later. JDO said, why is your dog giving me the stink eye? Slightly smiling face.
It's probably not you he's giving a stink eye to. I don't think they really like my mask that I put on today, that I painted on today. So I don't think they're liking it too much. They've actually been staying away. But yeah. He's a cute puppy though. He means well. I think my music ended. Oh no, I think I just shut it off. Let me just play that in the background. Yeah, so when I'm on trails, I see, especially this one particular trail I like to take, you see a lot of breaks, and they're very, very high up. I think we counted, I don't know, 10, 15 of them. A lot of arched trees as well, but not just arched like a snowfall, a snow load, but arched all the way to the ground. In fact, there used to be a part of that forest I used to call arches because of that. There were just so many of them. And actually, when you think about it, because the trees are alive in the summertime, that would just be great camouflage.
Mike
because
in Manitoba said, wait, that's a mask. Kidding, of course.
You're funny. You're really funny. Listen, it took me a while to paint this on my face today. Did I do a good job? The fun part is going to be taking it off. Let me ask another poll here. Can I change this poll to be more than yes or no? Like 1, 2, or 3? Like, can I do a 1, 2, or 3? It doesn't look like it's a yes or no only.
JDO said, painting those teeth must have taken some time.
Actually, that's a tattoo. Here, let me move in really close so you can see that. It's a tattoo that I had to stick on my face. But the rest of it is painted because I can't do the teeth. That's too detailed work. And it looks like I'm missing some teeth from over here. I must have touched my face. But hey, that's bound to happen. How many of you like I have to change it to be a yes and no.
JDO said, you can also just ask us to type 1, 2, 3, or 4 for the various options you want to poll us on. It's a visual poll, sort of.
All right, let's actually do that. But you know what? It would have been nice to see a percentage. Let me ask this one first. I know for the month of October, I went a little bit heavy on the ghost stuff. So I'm curious how many of you guys enjoyed or like the ghost, apparition type stories. Hi, doggy. My other puppy came and joined us. Okay, so we have 83%. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you guys? Did you guys get a notification this time that I was streaming?
Said, like Ghost versus what? Terry Doherty said, we like them all.
Okay, let's do this.
Mike in Manitoba said, I like pretty much everything but rap. Keith Blount said, yes.
Let's do this.
Jaw Skinner said, yes.
We'll do a 1, 2, 3.
JDO said, I have notifications turned on but did not get one. This is a common problem on YT generally.
Okay, now that sucks because I did see that when I scheduled it, I can see it on my channel as being scheduled, but I wasn't sure whether you guys got a notification. So I don't know. They have to fix that. Let's do a 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 is going to be 4 is going to be do you guys watch Skinwalker Ranch at all? 5.
JDO said, VE noticed the problem for about a year. Keith Blount said, you have to make sure you click all on the bell.
Let me see. What do we have here? We have 1, 2.
G. Fox
3.
Said, I schedule individual channels that notify my Gmail.
5, 4. Okay, let's try this. Okay. So, what type of stories do you enjoy the most?
Cryptids
put them in order.
1 Sasquatch, Bigfoot, 2 Apparition, Ghost, 3 Dogman, 4 Skinwalker, 5 UFO Orbs. JDO said, I have the bell ringing notification icon which is different than my normal bell icon.
How is it different? Any one of you guys missing a leg, by the way?
JDO said,
1
5/3.
1, 5, 3. Okay, I'm going to come back and take this later on. Jor
said,
1, 3, 4,
5.
Okay.
CWL said, I'm a fan of all things cryptids.
Cool, thank you.
Fox said, lol. Mike in Manitoba said, 1, 3, 5, 4, 2.
Thank you. Thank you guys for letting me know. Is there something I haven't listed there? I know I haven't listed little people, but is there something I haven't listed that I guess the high strange niche part I didn't put.
2, 5. Keith Blount said, 1, 4, 3, 2, 5.
Okay.
JDO said. Notification bell looks like the normal bell but also has that bell around it.
It looks like the normal
G.
bell.
Fox, said. Sasquatch Dogman Wendigo.
Okay. See, when I go to the channel, I see that it's saying that I'm not only live chat, but the schedule. Huh. Another question I have for you guys. I'm thinking of removing the titles from my thumbnail and just have the titles down below. Do you think, do you like that idea or do you not like that idea? And one thing I noticed is my title they're not big and bold and in your face. The reason is I kind of like to
Keith
show.
Blount said, click the bell and hit all.
Oh, so you have to click the bell and hit all to get the.
Jaw Skinner.
Get notification in the
I
browser.
only got it 30 minutes before you came on.
Oh, really? Okay. So you did get it, which is good. I'm curious because I know last time a few folks never got the notification bell. So I was a little bit concerned that again, you know, they're not popping up. Oh, the other thing is I'm going to try and put in a couple of, like maybe one story per...
G. Fox said, I have over 500 subscriptions. So the ones I want to see I send to my Gmail.
Wow.
Otherwise I would hear endless rings.
Oh my God.
Zany face.
How the heck do you get through all of your viewings? 500.
JDO said. But Keith Blount, that's exactly what I have done both here and other channels. I have notifications turned on. Sometimes I get one and sometimes I don't.
Wow, okay, that's weird. Maybe, is it perhaps...
JDO said. Like G Fox, I have many 300 subscriptions.
Ooh.
G Fox said, I am retired.
Oh, okay. I'm not at that stage yet, but that is a ton, guys. That is a ton of notifications. I'm not going to lie.
JDO said, I'm also retired.
Oh, question. What did you guys think of that last clip? Can I show the clip? Hold on. I'm gonna... is it this one?
Keith
Oh,
Blount
I know.
It's only on the one you select. G Fox said,
Hold on, let me...
that is why most notifications are turned off.
Hold on, let me find this clip. Is it in here? That one clip that I showed the other day. Yesterday. I thought it was pretty genuine. Where is it? Why can't I find a clip in my own... I got so much junk, guys, I gotta go through. It's not funny. Okay, should be in here. All right. Easy, easy, easy peasy. Let's just go right to the thing and move all the way to, not that one, not that one, this one, right here.
JDO said, at Keith Blount I turn notifications only on 10 channels in total out of 300 subscriptions. This issue is not just on BF channels.
Okay, I'm going to switch to a different screen for 2 seconds.
G. Fox said, Heartman Shadow.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this guy here? Oh my god, what did I just do?
Jaw Skinner said, it looked real to me. G. Fox said, oh yeah, I thought it looked real.
Right here.
JDO
It's not playing.
said, when I see BF videos, the first thing I look for is the length of the arms. If short of the knee, I am suspect.
Yeah, I do agree with the play. Why isn't it playing?
Keith Blount said,
Oh, I know why.
IT looked real to me zany face. CWL said, the feet are too clean for it to be a woodland creature.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. He's moving. The thing that gets me is the way it walks.
G. Fox said, JDO correctamundo.
It's hard to see the length of the arms because the arms are bent. It's hard to actually figure out how big it is, but the muscular, I don't know, it gave me vibes of Patty. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know. It's that one was why aren't you playing all the way through?
JDO said, at CWL walking on land feet are self-cleaning to a point.
Yeah, you have to think too. If you're constantly, why are we seeing that? Hold on one second, guys. I'm seeing there.
Fox
If you're
said, did not look like a costume.
no, it didn't look like a costume. But if you have to think of it too this way, guys. If you're always outside walking on your feet, what happens to your feet? It becomes hard, right? So if it becomes hard, your feet aren't necessarily going to show dirt. It's like wearing shoes. Unless you're in mud. If you're in mud, it's a totally different story. Then your whole body's covered in mud. But the bottom is going to be really like smooth and hard. I don't know. That looks
JDO
like it looks smooth.
said, could you post a link in here?
I wanted to find that particular. The link is actually in the story. I think it's clip number 3. It's clip number 3. So if you open up, oh yeah, if you're at a TV screen, you can't see the link. You can only see the link if you're on a computer or on your phone.
JDO
Let me
said,
copy that link for
feet would
you.
be scuffing against the ground, so it would be more smooth but rock hard.
Exactly. Exactly. So you're not going to see like necessarily dirt or stuff underneath it unless he's in mud. Here, let me grab you the link right here. It would be in my...
CWL said, most of the Sasquatch footage, Sasquatch are way too clean, like they bathe regular.
And they might. Why not? You hear a lot of them swimming, so who's to say they don't keep clean? All right, so here's the link to the last one.
Fox said, MK Davis could analysis that for you.
It's not my video. I just found it. Here's the clip. I found it on this guy's channel here.
JDO said,
Something
bears
testimony.
are mostly clean except for the smell. Ontario Cryptids said, https://youtube.com/shorts/umactf53y feature =share.
Let me know if that opens. Here, let me check. Because I'm looking at it right now and... paste. There it is, yeah. Bigfoot testimony. I don't think this is his video. I think it's somebody else's, and he just clipped it. But when you look at this, this person is so... You guys can't see it. Here, I'm talking away. You guys can't see anything.
Keith Blount said, Bigfoot testimony.
Yeah, when you're looking at this guy walking away, this guy must be really close to it. The knee bend, it all looks like Patty walking. And he doesn't look like he's wearing any shoes. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. The only thing I find kind of suspicious is...
said, the Patterson Bigfoot was way too clean for it to just walk through a muddy creek.
Yeah, I can't really see the bottom of Patty's feet, though, when Patty's walking because of all the brush and stuff around Patty. But yeah. Let's go back to the main screen. There we go. Yeah, I thought that one was interesting. So anytime I find something, I'll send it to myself so I can share it to you guys. But I have to say, I don't think a lot of folks like seeing video clips of stuff because those videos don't really get good responses. So I might just stick to doing stories instead of showing clips. But we'll see. I'll do a couple here and there and see how it goes. But yeah, I'll definitely try and get Scott and...
JDO said,
Get rid of that.
That must be a very old video as it is out of focus black and white and we don't see the beginning of the video, which is a red flag.
Yeah, that's with a lot of those.
Said, Patty was determined to be well over 7 feet tall. Maybe she liked clean feet.
It is hard to tell the height of this creature, and it is black and white, which is weird. And a lot of them you don't see the beginning and the ends. I mean, even the one of the fisherman, the guys fishing on, I don't know, I can't remember the lake or river they were on, and the red one crosses the river. Mind you, you do see it come across and you do see it going out of the water, but then the clip ends. I mean, where's the rest of it? Why do you stop filming? I know half the time I don't even remember to
Keith
pick up a
Blount
camera to
said,
record anything.
Bluff Creek is sandy and rocks.
I just lost my... I gotta go pop this back out. Let me pop this back out so I can see what you guys are... not there, not from there. Sorry guys, just give me a second here. I've lost... here we go. This one here. Are we still... okay. Pop this out. There we go. Okay, get rid of that. Nice. Okay, we're back. We are back.
CWL said, now they're saying the Patterson Bigfoot was more like 6 feet 5.
Really? I haven't seen that one or read that one yet. But we'll, I guess, you know, I'm sure more people are going to do their analysis and give their heights or height, estimated height. So are you guys going to be watching David Paulides' documentary coming out on November, is it 14th or 13th it's coming out? I'm personally going to watch it. I think it's going to be awesome. And I don't know, man, I find it interesting how he can keep a secret.
G. Fox said, they're also saying Patty and her clan were assassinated by Canadian hunters.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard the same thing. So the story I heard was basically they wanted to put, I think it was Route 69.
JDO said, it premieres in mid-November but will not be able to stream till deck. Of course I will be watching.
Why till... oh, because... okay, I see. I see. Yeah, so
Fox
what I...
said, Scott Carpenter addressed that.
What? Address what? The killing thing? Because from what I gathered, there's a lot more video out there than that little tiny clip that we see all the time of Patty. And apparently they were putting in a road. I think it was Highway 61 or 69, I think it was.
G. Fox said, the killing.
Right. But the crewmen that were building the road kept on encountering issues with their equipment because I guess the Sasquatch was harassing them, etc. So they called in people to help them so they can finish building their road. The funny thing is, I don't think they ever did finish that road going through there. But in the process, and so here's the odd part, to me anyways, if this was a planned assassination, so to speak, they came in to get rid of these guys, what was Patterson and Gimlin doing there? Were they there to record the assassination? Like, that's the part I'm not understanding.
Said, it is frustrating that David Paulides will not give his opinion on the possible casues of missing 411.
I can see why, though. I mean, obviously he has his theories, but...
G. Fox said, Scott can talk about that with knowledge from people there.
Yeah, I think what I heard was coming from Scott and not David, but the other guy. I don't really watch the other dude anymore. The one from
Mike in
Vancouver.
Manitoba said, "Sorry guys, gotta go. I'll catch the replay."
Yeah, actually, we're not probably going to be staying on much longer. I've been on for almost 2 hours, which I find fascinating because every single time I come in here and talk to you guys, it just seems like we're on for like half an hour, 45 minutes. But yet 2 hours goes
JDO
by.
said, "Patterson Gimlin were out there to try to find and film any evidence they could find."
How to hunt.
G. Fox said, "How to hunt, no thanks."
Yeah, I haven't really listened to him in a long time. But he seems to be connected to not only Scott, but David. They all seem to know each other very well. And I guess they all shared
TWL
the same information.
said, "On this one, where's the crack of the buttocks?"
On which, oh, the latest one? I'd have to look at it again. Maybe it's crackless. He doesn't poop.
G. Fox said, "Scott likes him for some reason."
For some reason. Yeah, I don't know.
JDO said, "I like how to hunt guy, straightforward and no flowery words." G. Fox said, "Re."
Yeah, no, I got it. Reason. We got it. Yeah, interesting stuff. But I am looking forward to, so it looks like we have to wait until, what did you say? Mid-December? The UFO connection. It looks really interesting. It looks really, really cool. Here, let me just play a little bit of this for you guys right now. The trailer is not that long. Let me just put this on very quickly and we'll play it. And then I think I'm going to end this stream.
JDO said, "Brutally honest people are hard to find as they are smashed down by society."
Okay, let's play this.
This is the location of a missing hunter.
So it looks like people are snatched off the ground, and then some of them are dropped back miles and miles away.
For thousands of years, the human species has looked to the skies in amazement at unidentified objects. We are staring at unconventional possibilities supported by witnesses, video, and most recently, our own government. I have investigated hundreds of cases that push the limits of standard everyday police protocol.
The three
JDO
witnesses saw this
said,
object picking
"David's
up the
other
elk.
2 documentaries are available to watch for free."
Nothing discernible holding the elk to the crowd.
I know what happened to me. It happened in 1974. Next thing I know, I was in this cubicle.
In many stories, children are right there, and then the next second they're gone. After reading thousands of reports, I started to document what is called profile points. The number one profile point is lack of scent trail.
It was unusual that they had that many tracking dogs and never found a track.
The more you hear, the stranger the story gets. Why send a SWAT team on a missing person case?
When I saw that, that's when I, went down on my knees.
They are connected to extra-dimensional beings. Those are real. How do you explain to a grieving family that something paranormal may be tied to the disappearance?
Wow. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I cannot wait. So yeah, the premiere is November. I thought they were both coming out at the same, well, both in November, but if it's early December, that means we got to wait a little bit longer to see that. But pretty awesome. Yeah, I've watched his other stuff many times. I like watching him, period. I do subscribe to him. And I like his new Bigfoot one that he started. Okay, what's going on here? I'm not hearing any comments coming out over here.
JDO
There we go.
said, "Thanks for the stream tonight. I'll rewatch to hear your ghost experiences."
Thank you. Thank you for that. But yeah, it's going to be pretty cool, and maybe he is going to connect and have his thoughts exposed or provided as to what's been going on with all these missing people, or at least some of the missing people, through this documentary here. But yeah, I've seen his hunted one and his first missing 411. I'm currently reading one of his books. I want to pick up, I think he's got 2 other Bigfoot ones, but I watch his YouTube, and now he's come up with a sort of a different weekly episode where it's about Bigfoot, which is really cool. So yeah, he's a pretty interesting guy to listen to. And I like to hear what he has to say. But I think that's going to be it, guys. It is 10:01. I want to thank you guys for coming out. It's been a blast having you guys here. There are a few folks missing I would have loved to have seen tonight. And there are a few new folks.
I read his book that is a collection of BFST gories from the 1600s.
Yeah, he has a couple of books out. I think the one I'm reading is Tribal Bigfoot.
Said, he won't ever say what he thinks about the disappearance.
Which is good in a sense, but I'd like to see what he says about what's going on in this new one.
Said, it was nice to talk to you. Stay warm up there in the Great White North.
Oh, I will. I most definitely will stay warm. The temperature is changing here. Mostly all the leaves are starting to turn. We still have a couple of green leaf trees outside, but the majority of them have turned. But it's been a blast, guys. Thank you. JDO, thank you for physically chatting. I hope you guys enjoyed this voice to chat or speak to chat. I would definitely use it again.
Skinner said, thanks, I enjoyed it. JDO said, when can we expect the next stream?
Well, let me see if I can get somebody lined up. If I can get somebody lined up, that would be cool. If not, then we'll probably just have another little chat. But I'd like to have more. I mean, so far I've just come on and just chatted. It'd be nice to kind of do a little bit more.
Bland said, thank you so much, Vanka, throwing kisses.
You are more than welcome. Throwing kisses right back at you. All the way down to Florida. But yeah, thank you guys so much. It's been a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed the speech to chat. And I will keep you guys posted as to when we're having our next stream.
JDO said, that's one long kiss.
It is a long kiss, and I'm glad it went all the way down there. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Now I got to go take this off. This is going to be, another bit of a process getting all this stuff off my face today. But anyways, I think I'm going to be wasting an entire box of Kleenex with cream or whatever to get this stuff off. But have yourselves a pleasant evening. And for those of you working tomorrow, enjoy your work week. And so If you don't see something come up, I'll try and do another little short this week, like shorts this week. I don't think I have time to do a short story, so your next story from me will be on Sunday. But thank you guys a bunch. Really enjoyed your company as usual. You just like hanging out with like-minded people. And I think I'm gonna quote that like-minded people bit there. But good night, sleep tight, and we'll see you guys next time. Ciao for now.